Hey, 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 my book lovelies. It's no secret that I love books that maybe some people don't. So I thought I'm going to find some of my top 5-star rated books and see what they've been rated on Goodreads. I've done this before where I've looked at like what the funniest reviews on Goodreads were, but I actually think let's just compare my 5 stars to the world and see where they differ. I am a big dark romance reader. I'm a big romantasy reader. Honestly, just throw romance into anything and I'm going to be happy. So I'm a little bit scared because I do think romance gets the most hate. And I don't know if I can face some of my books not being loved. So let's see. The first one is Credence by Penelope Douglas. Of course, this was a 5-star read for me. I actually did tab this one, but I'm not going to show you what I tabbed. This has got a 3.67. We might have some hope, guys. I thought this was going to be like a 1-star on Goodreads because this book is Marmite. People love it. People hate it. Nobody seems indifferent to it. I'm yet to find somebody who goes, oh, I like it-ish, I don't like it-ish. People are one camp or the other. They're not sitting in the middle. This book's about a girl called Tandem. Her parents take their life, leave her behind. You feel really sorry for her. And at that point in her life, she discovers that she has step cousins and a step uncle that she didn't know existed because her father had a step brother, and she gets snowed in with them in this remote place, and let's just say some tabooness happens. Now, is this now the most taboo book I've ever read? No, but this was the first taboo book I ever read, devoured, destroyed, and loved, and I thought this was going to be worse. 3.67, we'll take that. We'll take that. If it's above a 2.5, I feel like it's better than I thought it was going to be, so we will take that. The next one is Haunting and Hunting Adeline. So this is a duology. It's called the Cat and Mouse duology. It is known for being quite dark, stalkers. It's probably one of the most talked about on the internet. Book 1 has 3.94 stars. Again, am I just being a little bit overly positive that they're not slating these? That's really good. And then book 2, which is the second Hunting, is 4.07. Snacks all around. Like, that is actually really good because this duology, again, is Marmite. People love to hate on this on the internet. So you meet Adeline. She's moving into her grandmother's house. She feels like somebody's watching her, following her, and he is a stalker and a bit of a serial killer, but maybe the good type. I honestly would have sworn, if I had to guess, that book 2 would have had a lower rating because it goes darker, it goes deeper. But I guess if people didn't cope with Haunting, they're not diving into Hunting, are they? I guess that's the case. So, yeah. I'm actually really proud that book 2 got 4 stars because most people, when it gets this, like, there's a lot more that happens in book 2. It definitely explores some very dark topics. People leave that quickly. Maybe people just don't do reviews on Goodreads. Maybe I need to find a different platform to compare the reviews because so far the 2 books I thought were going to be the most hated haven't been hated. I'm going to try some softer romances now to see if they are hated more. Okay, my next 5-star read is unusual because it's 2 books. So you've got the Magnolia Parks and the Daisy Hates World by Jessa Hastings. I would not have rated these 2 books 5 stars if I didn't tandem read them. So I actually read them at the same time. You can look it all up. There's this whole tandem read. If you get struggle to find it, just let me know. Separately, not 5-star. Reading them on the same timeline at the same time, 5-star read. But I know these are hated. So, Maggie P, there's a potential cheating trope in here. So I kind of think people aren't going to love that. It is a 3.64. That's better than I thought. That, again, is better than I thought. Now I'm scared for the book 2. A 4.06. I personally do prefer Daisy myself, but I know most people don't love her. She's a little bit whiny. She's in a fake dating relationship to get back at Magnolia. She's not trying to get back at Magnolia, but the guy who likes Magnolia is, and her brother is in a gang. If you are going to read the Magnolia Park series, definitely tandem read them, but I am really surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. That has filled me with a lot of joy. That's so good. Okay. Maybe people on Goodreads aren't rating my books badly. Maybe the books I love, people do love. Plot twist. I'm sure we're going to find one that they don't. Okay, I can only count book 1, Bad Bishop, in this one because this one isn't officially out until the 7th of April. I have the copy, I've read it, a lot of people do, but I don't think it's fair to judge it on early reviews, so we're not going to count Twisted Porn. We're just going to do Bad Bishop. This is Tiernan and Lila's story. Now, I don't know people are going to love him as an MMC. He's dark, he's twisted, he doesn't have an eyeball because he's just unhinged like that, But I feel like when you see him posted about on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, there's a lot of hate. Like, I cannot believe I hate this MMC so much. Obviously, people may warm to him, but I'm wondering if this is going to get close to 5 stars. 4.24? I will take that. Is that the best one we've had so far? 4.24 might be the best one we've had so far. I love this. It's mafia, it's darkness. The problem if I look at this one is it's only going to be based on people who've been sent advanced copies, people who like the first book. So I have a feeling it's going to be, 4.75. I was going to say, it's not fair to include this one. It is really good, but this might be a review one in a few months' time to see how it's settled. I love Tierney and Achilles' story, but this one is a fair one to judge because it's been out for a while. But yay, that's really exciting. I'm going to go for a very taboo book now to see the star rating. Wish me luck. Okay, this book gets me in trouble. This is Sutton Asylum by Kingsley Kincaid. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is brother and sister relationship. It is incest, and I know some people won't touch that. I'm going to be honest, the difference between foster, adopted, real blood, it's all fiction to me. I don't really see it that way. I just think, oh, it's never forbidden romance. I don't go like, oh yeah, I want to get freaky with my brother. I don't even have a brother. But I know people will hate this because of the incest element, and I think people will just go on Goodreads and give this a 1-star review regardless of whether they read it or not, just because the topic is taboo. I actually thought it was really good. It is dark romance horror, which again is a category that I don't know if people are as comfortable with. 3.2. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Out of 5 stars, 3.2 isn't the worst. But this book definitely is a 5-star read. It's so good. It's twisty, it's turny, it keeps you hooked. If you just see the relationship as forbidden, it doesn't feel that bad. Maybe I just made it okay in my head because I want it to be okay. But yeah. Okay. It's not the worst. If there is also a book behind me on the shelf that you think is going to be one of my worst ones, just let me know and we'll see. We will see. But that's not too bad. I've now turned this into a game of which one is going to be the lowest rated, like trying to think about how to find a low rating one. I've just finished Irreversible by Jenna Hartman, Shelley St. James. Now this could have a low rating because of how many pages it is, but this was a page turner. You have a model, she's been taken captive by somebody and they literally harvest her eggs once a month. So they're not doing anything dodgy to her. Well, it is dodgy, but they're not abusing her. They're more using her as a product. Like a cow. She's kind of getting milked for her eggs. And then she sees this guy in the wall that she talks to, and then the story goes from there. It is beautifully written. This is what Red Rabbit should have been for me. But Red Rabbit went too dark too fast. It's not trafficking in the way that Red Rabbit was, so I can cope with this. This was a 5-star read. I couldn't put it down. I literally just finished it on the last day of March. 4.09. Maybe I just like books that people like. Maybe I'm just really good at reading. We're gonna find one. We're gonna find one that isn't above 2.5. We will. Maybe. We'll see. But I loved this. And I thought maybe because of its chunkiness, people might not have loved it. Should we try a fantasy next? Let's try a fantasy and see. I need suggestions. I feel like this needs to actually be a live conversation. I need suggestions of what's going to not be a top read. Okay, we're pulling out the big guns here. This is Blackthorne by J.T. Geissinger. It's a standalone. This author is loved, but this is a gothic romantasy, which is a little bit different from this author. And I think this is like a fever dream. You read it and you don't know if you're coming or going. It's got a few plot twists that are a bit shocking and unusual and different, and maybe people didn't gel with that. Maybe that's put them off it. Because I've seen people slate this book on TikTok. So I'm like, maybe this one's it. Maybe we're going to get it. This woman got pregnant as a teen, ran off, had a kid. The guy she had the kid with is kind of like her family's rival. She comes back, pretends the kid's not his, and he is holding so many more secrets from her. 3.82? How? People slated this. People went in on this. Am I just on the side of TikTok that I read books that the majority of the world likes? This is probably why I recommend books, because I'm taking all this as a positive. What are we going to pick next? I thought this was definitely going to be it. Let me have a look on the shelf and try and find something. I mean, these are all 5-star reads for me as well. I'm not just pulling any book off the shelf. These are 5-star reads for me. But I just didn't think people would be more than 2.5 stars on some of them. Maybe I just have a bad view of Goodreads and think everybody rates things negatively. Maybe it's just me. Side note, I will give a book 1 star on Goodreads if it deserves it. I have done it. If it's deserved, it will happen. And I always write a full review why, so people see it, they can see why. There's no like, if I don't like the author due to whatever reason, I wouldn't do that. But if I don't like the book, it's getting a 1 star. Okay, we're going dark military. Maybe darkness is loved on Goodreads. I don't know. You've got Leave Me Behind, and then you have the duology. This is the first book. It's the one I always recommend reading first. This is Bones and Bunny's story. This is a forced proximity, enemies to lovers. She has a little play with the brother at one point, or next to the brother in the bed, and that people might not like that element, because I definitely was like, no, don't be doing that. Let's see. This was 5 stars for me. 3.86. That's positive as well. That's positive. Then we got the duology. Now, this duology is fairly new, but I am obsessed with this. But would you pick this up if you hadn't read Leave Me Behind? Probably not. 4.15. Okay. And 4.07. I agree. I do think book 1 was better than book 2, but the ending of book 2 is the best ending ever. I just don't know what people don't like then. I think I'm going to have to change the title of this video to My Books Are Loved on Goodreads. I pick good books. Mills knows what she's doing. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Then we have Dear Reader by Tate James, which is the Devil's Backbone Society. I adore this. It's dark academia, but it does have a why choose element. I'm really trying to test people now. I'm like, right, let's try why choose. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's see what the public hates. But maybe we like the same books. I should do the alternative where I pull up my least favourite books and see if Goodreads agrees with me. That might be a better solution. But this is about a girl called Ashley. She goes off to a university where her stepbrother is and his 3 best friends. She joins a secret society and there is a why choose romance element. There's darkness, there's trauma. I don't know if people will like the cliffhanger endings that Tate James has done if this is the first time they've seen Tate James. 4.3? That's so good. That's so good. I just don't know anymore. I don't know who I am. This has confused me so much because I thought I read a little bit obscure. Obviously, this isn't obscure, but I just thought I read a little bit out there. I'm so vanilla. I've come to the conclusion that I'm the most vanilla person ever because everybody loves the books I read and I love the books I read. Can you get more vanilla than me? I haven't had anything less than 2.5 yet. I'm struggling. Okay, we're gonna go Insatiable next. This is dark romance with trauma. I'm trying trauma now. Do people love trauma as much as me? I don't know. But you have Stacey Rhodes and Cade Mitchell. They were dating secretly. They're not dating anymore. There's this whole backstory of drama. It's dark. It will make you cry. But I feel like for some people, this might push them outside their comfort zone. This could be. But then I feel like on my lives, everybody tells me they love this trilogy. They're obsessed with this trilogy. But that is my world. So I'm trying to think of like, maybe not in my world, people won't love it. 4.22! Wow. Oh, I'm glad they love this. Does the whole series get such a high rating? Because to me, I think book 2, Voracious, is my favourite in the series. 4.3. Okay, it's gone up. And then book 3 is a close second. 4.36. And then Psychotic Obsession. 4.22. Wow, that's just a banger of a series. Lee Rivers, you've smashed it. Wow. Okay, what about Satanic Shadows by Lee Rivers? I'm really throwing the boat out here. Because that's dark romantasy. People are waiting on book 2. I'm really testing the limits. 4.11. Okay, she's just an amazing author and I love her as well. I think my idea for a video is that I thought the guys that voted on Goodreads didn't like the same books as me. I think I need to have a look at myself. Because people have done this and the books they love get slated. I'm just good at picking books. Okay, we're going to try romantic suspense. I have no doubt that Catherine Cowles will smash this one out of the park. There is no way that anybody has rated this woman less than 5 stars because she is a babe. But some people don't like romantic suspense because they just want romance, they just want spice, they don't want crime and thriller thrown in, and I don't know how well advertised this was for romantic suspense. I knew what it was, but from the cover, are you getting that? So I gave this 5 stars, 4.45. Okay. I'm glad that didn't get low one. If that got low one, I'd have lost faith in humanity. Queen Cowles. Okay, you have Braden or Bray. She's lost her best friend while she's walking. Her best friend's gone missing and she knows a bear hasn't taken her. Like, she hasn't fallen in a river. The police are like, something bad's happened to her, but not what you think. She's not been taken and she's going to do everything she can. I also know that I'm a big single mum fan, and 2026 I've read a lot of single mum books, but I know it's a trope. A lot of people comment on my videos saying, oh, single mum, I hate that. But I'm really glad that if this had been below 2.5, I think I would have lost faith in all humanity, because to do that to this woman, does she have a picture in the book? I don't know if they have her picture in this book, but they don't. But to do that to this beautiful, kind human being, I'd be coming after the people who left the 1-star reviews, literally. Okay, pen pal, biggest plot twist ever, shock factor. Do people like a plot twist? The story doesn't really match the cover as well. That's my only hope. I am clasping for straws here, but this one, potentially, because she's burying her husband after a tragic accident. She starts to receive letters from a man in prison. You think he's gonna be like this dark man from prison. He says he knows he loves her, he knows everything about her, and then the story just gets weird. Like, there's this guy coming to fix things in the house, and it really just takes a weird turn. Again, though, everybody I know who's read this has loved it. 4.11. I'm so confused. I honestly thought the books I loved were going to be hated because I just thought they would be. Wow, I'm gonna have to sit and like properly research this, because this was just like on a whim, pick up some books, entertain you guys, have a giggle when people don't like the books that I like. I'm really glad. This is the most, like, I went into this negative and I had to come out positive. Like, shouldn't do negativity as the answer. Okay, Love Letters to Whiskey Candy Steiner. This has a cheating trope kind of in it. I don't think it's that bad of a cheating trope, but I know people have DNF'd this book because of the trope. If you DNF it, I've just thought, you don't rate it as 1 star, you just don't finish it. You just mark it as did not finish. So maybe all the DNFs don't count. I didn't take that into... I don't know how you know how many DNFs there were, but I didn't take that into consideration. This is about a girl and a guy. They've bumped into each other. They've always been friends. Will they, won't they? Tragedy, final chance, la 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 la. Like, so many times they could have been together and they should have been, and have they not? Technically 2 books in one. One's from her point of view, the other's from his point of view. I sobbed and cried at this. 4.15. See, I thought the cheating trope, but then I'm guessing if people DNF, I have solved it. If you DNF, it's not going to count because you're not going to give it a 1-star review because you didn't finish it. Wow. How do we find out how many DNFs there were? That could be another challenge. Okay, that brings us to the end of the video. I honestly thought we were going to get slated. I'm really happy with that. If you know about a book that you've loved that has a bad review on Goodreads, let me know in the comments. Or let me know a book that you think might have a bad review on Goodreads and I can look it up and see. Because I could do some little shorts on this and make it a little like series post reading every book to tell you what the Goodreads rating is. Make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications when I post in the future. And yeah, I'm really happy with that outcome. Not what I expected, but Mills reads good books. See you guys next Sunday.